1. My final mock draft. Like it, hate it, probably have been doing mock drafts for about 10 years now, and one thing I've learned is almost no one completely agrees or disagrees with your mock. But this year has been particularly interesting since the comments around my mocks have had a particularly negative lean. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. But I think there's an interesting factor at work, and it's that the Dallas Cowboys don't have a first-round pick. The Cowboys don't select until no. 58 overall, well into the second round. Therefore it's difficult for any mock drafter to judge what will be there. Why? Everyone's board takes on a life of its own after the first 10 or so selections. So what's valued by one team in the second round will be much different than what another team values. And when you have 32 teams, it gets to be all over the place. As an example, while I haven't read Jeff Cavanagh's story at The Athletic about what the Cowboys could take in the second round, I try to stay away from other writers' work this time of year so I can formulate my own analysis. It's enlightening that Cavanagh profiled 13 different players the Cowboys could take. That shows you the breadth of potential selections we're talking about. So as the Cowboys prepare to get on the clock Friday evening for round 2, keep that in mind. There's a darn good chance all of us doing mocks will be wrong by night's end. But for the record, here's my final mock draft for the Cowboys. Round 2, no. 58 overall, CB Julian Love, Notre Dame. Round 3, no. 90 overall, WR Terry McLaurin, Ohio State. Round 4, no. 128 overall, RB Travion Williams, Texas A. 136 overall, Jalen Ferguson, Louisiana Tech. Round 5, no. 165 overall, WR David Sills v. West Virginia. Round 7, no. 241 overall, LB Kendall Joseph, Clemson. Enjoy the draft, everyone. 2. Cowboys visits before NFL draft. Want to know every player the Cowboys have met with since January. Our 247 Sports Cowboys writer Patrick Walker has the most comprehensive list of player visits around, along with scouting reports. See below. The most comprehensive list of is here. Bookmark this. https://t.co/fury31jx4npic.twitter.com/4hmb3pxupu. Patrick Nosey Walker, at Voice of the Star, March 28, 2019. 3. Previous scouting Cowboys pieces. Here are my previous scouting pieces on Texas defensive lineman Charles Omenihu. My next. This time it's I explain in my most recent first and 10 piece at 247 Sports at Fish Sports at Alan Bell 247. To me he's one of the best OLs in the CS at Fish Sports. The 2019 edition will be out this summer. 4. The WILDCATTIN theory at no. 58 As our Mike Fisher points out, the Cowboys have a recent habit of going wildcatting with their second-round pick. A less colorful word would be speculating. But can you go wildcatting when your top pick is a second-rounder? And if you are considering chasing help at safety, as the Cowboys admit they are, is there a need to go wildcatting when you've got Hall of Fame talent evaluator Gil Brandt announcing, from the very same this that Jerry was sitting at here inside the Star, that, if you're looking for a safety, there are more safeties in this draft of quality than I've ever seen in my life. Fish goes deep into the theory and the potential application in this story. Are the Last week 105.3 The Fans Kevin Turner and Jeff Cavanagh got together with DallasCowboys.com analyst Brian Broaddus and The Athletic's draft analyst Dane Brugler, for The Fans Draft 101, previewing the Cowboys' upcoming draft. It's worth the time to watch and listen. In case you missed it, replay the Fans Draft 101 with it. Brian Broaddus at Deep Brugler at Kate Fun Tweets at JC1053 https://t.co/gpkkickboopic.twitter.com/jdnx93bb97 105.3 The Fan at 10:53 The Fan, April 19, 2019. 6. The plan ahead scenario at DL. The draft is about finding talent that can help you now and later. And no position could potentially see the makeover from 2019 to 2020 than interior defensive line. From Maliek Collins' contract coming up after this season to Tyrone Crawford's off-the-field incident this spring, you could make the case that the interior will look dramatically different in 2020. And the Cowboys have to keep an eye on that entering next week's draft, as Fish explains here. Easter eggs are. Our Patrick Walker weaves both into this story about what draft weekend could look like for the Cowboys barring any major surprises. 2019. Move up, stay put or move down. The position that most has their interest in. Who gets the call? Let's talk about it. Read https://t.co/r8h6zt1wivapic.twitter.com/akulergear3 Patrick Nosey Walker at Voice of the Star, April 19, 2019. 8. Best Coast Boys podcast. In the latest episode of the Best Coast Boys podcast, hosts Landon McCool and John Oning are welcoming with open arms guest host Marcus Mosier to help us conduct the Dallas Cowboys draft room simulation, where the guys will go through a full Cowboys mock draft while our whole gang does some role-playing as a handful of familiar power brokers who are NFL coaches and executives. After the pleasantries, the guys dive into their simulation of the Cowboys draft room. Landon is playing the role of Jerry and Stephen Jones, while Marcus handles the Will McClay role and John acts as the voice for the Jason Garrett-led coaching staff. It's a fun and smart exercise to dig into the dynamics of the people in charge, their viewpoints and their relationships. As Mike Fisher has written often in this space, personnel boss Will McClay is the unifier inside the Star in Frisco, and as astute he is in football scouting, Will's greatest attribute may be his ability to bring together different factions, to create a cooperative bridge that brings together his scouting department with Garrett's coaching staff and with the ownership wing of the building, too. At Best Coast Boys podcast, we're play-acting the Big Hearns back in action. Question mark at A1 Hearns. I wouldn't have thought he'd be doing drills less than 4 months after that. 10. The last word never crossed Gil Brandt. We never cleared the room, but sometimes we'd lay traps for scouts we didn't trust. In 1987 we showed our board to a scout with us taking Mike Junkin, a LB we didn't like. 2 days later, Cowboys beat writer Jim Dent wrote story saying we were taking Junkin. Hook, line, stinker. https://t.co/etom1jnzsv Gil Brandt at Gil Brandt, April 19, 2019. Wanna talk Cowboys? Head for the cowboyshka.com message boards and hit up Postins on Twitter at @PostAnsPostcard and Mark Fisher on Twitter at FishSports. Let's block ads. Why?